I'm sure the people that actually watch these videos love the audio test of just making a random noise to make sure the audio is working.
Drivers, to your cars.
Alright, commentator's gonna get his drink topped up. Sim's running, okay. Apparently I sat through the whole qualifying session when I recorded this. Busch Bonanza fans to the South Boston Speedway in South Boston, Virginia. We are not in Massachusetts. On the pole, the 15, Jared Mogard. Starting outside will be Tommy Davis. Row 2, Brandon Rains and Ken Joint. On row 3, Mark Guthrie and Patrick Kelgill. Row 4, Mike Carroll and Mark Huron. Row 5, Ronaldo Scott, Aaron Cummings. Row 6, Adam Beresford and Scott Deutsch. Row 7, Philip Parker and Brennan Cruz-Montseves. Row 8, Bernard Person and JT Armstrong. On row 9, Dave Daniels and Kevin Corbett. On row 10, Ramondre Diggs and Stephen Lowe. Row 12, Broderick Whitman and Doug Spark. Row 13, John Cheeseman and Ray Womack. Row 14, Joe Polson and Matt Bontempi. On row 15, Jim Fitzmaurice and Jim Gunk. Row 16 brings us Jared Shadle and Scott Drake. Row 17, Stephen Davis and Dwight York. On row 18, Connor Germain and Ron Stout. Row 19, Brian Lowe and Lawrence Van Buren. Row 20, Stefan Harding and Mulder Hill. And at the back on row 21, Frank Womack and Jackson Thatcher starting at the back. That is your starting grid for the Lowe's Home Improvement Stores 300 from South Boston. Getting down to crunch time in the points coming into this event. Frank Womack leads by 105 over Mike Carroll. Patrick Kelgill a further 14 back in third. 161 out of the lead in fourth, Mark Guthrie. Kevin Corbett 255 out in fifth. Jackson Thatcher has a 93-point gap to the chasers for the top 20. Tommy Davis currently 21st in points. We're getting down towards the end of the season. This is round 29 of 36. We are in the home stretch. Next week will be Talladega, where who knows what happens. We've got one more road course coming up with the Roval at Charlotte. We've got Southern National, Homestead, Phoenix, Talladega, the Roval, Southern National, Homestead, Phoenix. I'm forgetting a race. I'm forgetting one race that's in there somewhere. I think it's a mile and a half. Do we have another Atlanta race coming up? I don't think so. Or is there a Rockingham race? I don't remember. I don't have the schedule in front of me. Oh no, anyway. fans are packed in. We're ready for 300 laps of action here around South Boston. Pace car is in. And the green waves. We're underway from South Boston. Bogart immediately to the lead. I think I miscounted the rows also, because that was definitely row 20 at the back of the field. I always miscount somewhere. I should just stop counting row numbers. Bogart going to lead the first couple. Here comes Rains charging forward. It's a fast lap here. Cars will go a lap down quickly. Davis fighting Rains here hard. Rains solidifies their spot in second. Davis now third. Guthrie trying to charge forward. Battle here, Cowgill and Beresford still working at it. Bogart trying to stretch a lead here early. Mike Carroll looking at the 33, trying to move himself up into the 5th spot, trying to pass Ken Joint here. Mike moves his way up. Ronaldo Scott having to fight Beresford now as Beresford tries to charge. Patrick Calville's got Aaron Cummings on him, and Scott Deutsch falling to the field as Kevin makes a pass. Beresford moving forward. Calgill falling back to 10th now. Kevin working on the 12th spot there. Correction, 11th spot. I can count. Wait, no, we already established I cannot in fact count, so that explains it. His way forward here. Oh, car in the wall! Oh, no. Daniel's upside down. Big crash in turn 1. We are under caution. What happened here? Coming down the front stretch, we saw it in the corner of our shot. Turns in, he's not clear. They hook hard into the wall. Both cars get air, but the Zero flips right on over and slides on his roof into turn 2. Massive incident here at South Boston. You don't see cars get upside down on a short track very often. But we've just seen the Zero up and over. This could be a great shot of this. Where is he going to hit the wall? He's going to hit the wall after the camera? He is. Damn, if that camera's a little deeper into the corner, that would be a great shot. Let's get an onboard from the 01 here. That's... Oh, and we had a secondary crash as Cheeseman got turned around in the aftermath. Alrighty then. A bunch of cars now on the wrong side of the pace car. We'll see if they can get themselves sorted out. Pit road will be open the next time around here, though. Pit road will be open here. Any takers? A few of the cars that are stuck a lap down are coming in, as are all the lead lap cars. We'll see if race control can sort some of the running order out, but that's just the thing that's going to happen on short tracks. Mike Carroll's going to stay out, so he will likely inherit the lead here. Alright, 1 to green. The 79 did lose a lap, as did the 73. They did not pitted. They did not. And actually looks like they're going to wave a couple of these cars through. 79, they're trying to wave around. We'll see if we can figure out how to make the pass here on the pace car, or if they're going to extend the caution. This pace car sort of blocked him. Come on, Phil, go around him. Cheeseman in the pits still as we're getting ready to go green. Parker gets going right ahead of the green, so he's about a half a lap down the median on the green, and we are back to green. Running order: Carroll, Stephen Davis, Frank Womack, Brian Lowe, Jackson Thatcher, Scott Drake, Rains, Spark Mogard, who was the leader coming into this, and Guthrie, the top 10, as we get back to racing action after our first caution. Major incident involving the Zero. Driver is okay, but the car is done for the day. And Mike Carroll has a tire down coming to the pits. That's going to give the 45 the lead. Probably drove through some debris. This is why most of the field pitted. That'll give the lead to Stephen Davis. And Mike gonna go at least one down, if not two. It's going to be 2 down for Mike Carroll. We'll see if he can come back from that. So Womack has moved up into the second spot. Corbett's worked his way to the top 10. Spark looks to be going a little bit backwards here. Calgo going to get the spot from here, move himself up to 7th. Big slip there from Kevin. Joint going past Tommy Davis, moving himself up into 5th at the moment. Having trouble getting the power down. Davis fighting it back. Ken might get him here off of 4. I'm at the timing line at least. Kind of checking him up here. Kevin gonna have a look at Calgo from the looks of it. Patrick shuts the door. Ken having a hard time clearing Tommy here. He finally clears him. How's Patrick gonna get a shot at him? Off into 3. Patrick stuffs the 3 car there on the bottom. Spark coming back on Kevin. Davis continues to lead, Stephen Davis that is, over Womack, Frank that is. Then Reigns, 4th spot is Scott Drake at 71 at the head of our shot here. Calgo looking for the 5th spot now, but can't get the run off. Jams it back into turn 3, trying again. It's there now. And Ken Joint with a problem coming to the pits. Sounds like we might have another tire that's gone down out there. It'll drop him off the lead lap. Quite possibly put him 2 down. Tommy Davis still hasn't hit the, Stephen Davis has not hit the back of the field yet. Ken gets to his pit crew. Right front is going down. And Ken Joint loses the 2nd lap. Well, it's a spot for Mike Carroll. can't get up and catch the back of the field here as the run went on. But is still kind of hoping for a caution to try to solidify his spot on the late lap. I'm going to go a lap down here if he's not careful. Actually, might already be one down. Yeah, he is already one down. This is to go two down from the looks of it. Yeah, it is. Parker somehow was still a lap down. That's weird. Yeah, I didn't realize the scoring got that bad for those guys. So Parker was two down. Yeah, he really wants to caution. Like I said, short track scoring gets a little goofy in 2003 sometimes. There's not a whole lot that can be done about it. The harder I try to fix the scoring under yellow, sometimes the worse it gets. It's a struggle we had at Lonesome Pine. So sometimes cars are just going to lose a lap under yellow, and that's what it's going to be, especially these really short tracks. Mike's working his way up to the front of the queue here, trying to get a lap back the hard way. Be very careful not to let this thing. Yep, there it went. Just one random shit. Playing ad phone. So we kind of caught the back of the field and then stalled out here, not really making progress for the 45. think Carroll's going to try to get one of his laps back the hard way. He kind of has to. Mike's going to see if he can make some progress through the field here. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Ooh, we've got a crash. We got a car up in the fence. That was the 56 up on the fence, and it looked like Raybo Womack was involved in this. Let's see what happened here. Come off the corner. We're going down into turn one. Womack's not clear. He's going to turn in, just like the previous incident. Hard into the wall. He punts him up into the catch fencing. Car doesn't go over this time, but lots of damage to both machines. Womack got a ton of damage in that one. Like, just turns in, and the car on the inside has to check up more than expected. They don't clear. Heavy into the wall. I think both of these might be done. Alright, so Mike's going to be very happy that he got around the field there, because that's going to help him probably get a lap back here as long as we can cycle through. So Cruz Monseves and Raybo Womack involved in that one, and that might be day over for both of those cars. The road will be open for next time around. So, did anybody stay out? I don't think anybody has stayed out on this caution. Well, no. 33, well, no, 33 pitted under green. So, we mostly have lap cars coming around the field here. Who's going to win the race off the pit road? The 45 is going to keep the lead from the looks of it. Alright, we're doubled up, ready to go green. Top 10, Stephen Davis, Rains, Drake Corbett, Frank Womack, Patrick Calgill, Tommy Davis, Jackson Thatcher, Aaron Cummings, and Ramondre Diggs. Can't confirm 56.49 out of the race. So we've got an incident on the backstretch. Stefan Harding just getting turned into the wall while racing the second place car. Giving Stephen Davis a nice advantage to try to pull away. So Womack now on the bumper of Corbett. Stephen Davis trying to make some hay here. And Bontempi slow off of turn 2 and into the pits. Losing 2 laps from the looks of it here, as Davis is already catching Cheeseman at the back of the field. Surprised Reigns hasn't just finished off Stefan Harding, because a block like that put both cars in the wall was really rude and completely uncalled for. We're past the 1/3 distance mark though. Oh, and we've got a crash. Multiple cars in the fence. The 69 is tore up. The 03 is in it. What just happened here? Well, Mark Huron has... Is Yellow already out? No, I guess not. I guess that was an optical illusion. It looked like there were lights on this truck in the infield. I think there were, but... They just got together down the back, just like the... Oh! Fits Maurice hard into the wall. That looked a lot like the Harding and Reigns incident, just didn't end as well. They get together here in the middle of the back, off the inside wall, and Doug Sparks is going to be the innocent victim here. Gets pile driven into the wall with the rest of them. Fitzmaurice hard into the wall. That car destroyed. 73 is going to limp away, but the 03 and the 69 might be done for the day after that. Jeez Louise. Right on board with Doug Spark. He's already lost the hood after contact under yellow. The 01 Dyson gets checks them all up. And he just gets collected. And that'll pull the caution out once again. Good timing for Mark Huron, though, for a caution to come out. Hello, Stefan Harding. Piles into the back of the leader. That might have done some damage. Why is Stefan still out on the track? The reason why I usually don't show caution laps because dumb shit like that happens. Pits will be open this time for the lead lap cars. Harding was supposed to be the wave around, but maybe he'll get parked instead. No, they're still going to wave him. Get him out of here, but now he's damaged his car. Field working to get sorted out here under caution. Alright, we're going to double them up. Running order. Stephen Davis got Drake, Kevin Corbett, Frank Womack, Jackson Vatcher, Patrick Cowgill, Jared Mogard, Stephen Lowe, wave off for the green there, Adam Beresford, and Tommy Davis, the top 10. We have some issues with lap cars not being where they're supposed to be, but we're going to get them sorted here. Past the 1/3 distance. The wave around is not getting properly waved around. Alright, ready to go green here again. Got some halfway decent cars that we start on the inside here trying to get some laps back. Wadded up back there behind him. Doug Spark did actually resume after that incident. But Fitzmaurice done for the day. We've now run almost 100 laps without Dave Daniels. Hills also called it a day. Once again, the lap traffic has actually worked in Stephen Davis's favor. Philip Parker is actually now back onto the lead lap and would love a caution, because that'll get him around the field. And hey, would you look at that, a caution? Who was that wrecked? There was a... Ooh, Doug Sparks getting turned around in the middle of the backstretch. What? Just, well, Philip Parker got just what he needed. I don't think the wrecking had anything to do with Spark. I think it was one of these cars back here. Oh no! Oh, Ramondre Diggs over into... There were multiple crashes there. Doug Spark got turned at the exact same time. I think Spark was trying to get to the pits. I think he had a problem, but Mondre Diggs gets wiped out in turn 2. Driver's side of the wall, and the car goes over. That was... We got 3 wide and nobody wanted to lift. Now what happened to Spark here? I think he's trying to get to the pit lane. I think he's got a problem trying to get to the pits. The pits are going to close, and yeah, he just turns across. Raise the pits close, so it's completely pointless. Bontempi goes around. Ooh, hard contact there. A lot of hard contact as they piled into that. And then the pace car is going to come out here. Here comes Philip Parker and Ken Joint to go around the field. And there's our leader, and Spark does get his car into the pit lane. Ken needs to get around the pace car. Gets the wave around. So once again, everybody seems to be coming in here for a pit stop. Alright, running order under caution. Stephen Davis, Scott Drake, Kevin Corbett, Patrick Cowgill, Jackson Thatcher, Jared Mogard, Frank Womack, Adam Beresford, Stephen Lowe, and Mark Guthrie, your top 10. Doubling up for the restart. 03 and the 41 do appear to be done for the day. Just verifying. I don't think they got the 41 back out there. I don't see it. Green, green, green. Yeah, 41 is done for the day. That's going to leave 33 cars running, I believe. This, once again, huge advantage for being the leader there. Yeah, 33 cars still run. We've got 22 on the lead lap. Make that probably less than that as the... Yep, 21 on the lead lap. Unscheduled stop for Joe Polson on the restart. Stephen Davis skirting away. Scott Drake gets cleared. Is Drake gaining? No. Kevin dealing with a lot of traffic back here is not going well for him. Kevin's been surging here at the end of the season. It's actually kind of surprising. But they're finally putting together some good runs for that team. As caution is out on the speedway. Again, big pile up in turn 2. Correction, that's really turn 1. What has happened here? I think a bunch of people have piled in. Ooh. Well, both of the lows are in this. Oh yeah, the 22's gotten turned in the middle of the front stretch. Stephen Lowe turns front stout. And then the track's basically blocked. And everybody's gonna kind of pile in on the backside of it. What is happening to the 58? What is happening in there? Aurora Borealis. He's gonna clip him right here on the exit. Already loose, sends him into the inside wall. Ricochets off, collects him, the lows come together. Steven just getting pushed and bullied. I'm gonna do an onboard with the 58. Something weird happened to the 58 on the tail end of this. It was so far back too, like probably shouldn't have been in this crash, but you can see it happening up here ahead. You see the smoke starting, the yellow's out. They're just not checking up. Then when they realize all the track's gonna be blocked, he's just getting jacked up off the ground by somebody. Who jacked him up off the ground? Who's behind him? Oh, was it Joe Polson's gonna jack him up off the ground? Yeah, really did. Okay, I don't know what that was, but just sort of drove under him. Jacked him all the way up off the ground. And then some lead lap cars are going to bounce off of each other. Oh, Stephen Davis, I don't think he was looking. That could be a substantial amount of damage. That does not look good for a car that was looking very good right up until that point. Mike Carroll's going to get the wave around. Stephen Davis is going to come in. I think he might be coming in to retire the car. And he is. Stephen Davis, done for the day after contact under yellow. Smashes the radiator. That's called throwing a race away there, guys. That's going to put Scott Drake into the lead. Alright, doubling up for the restart. Running orders. Drake, Corbett, Cowgold, Mogart, Vatcher, Frank Womack, Beresford, Guthrie, Scott, and Person. We didn't see much of Bernard in the top 10 today. Pace cars in, and we are green again. Thought about 3 wide there for a moment. Whitman fighting hard to try to get a lap back here. As we quickly close on the halfway point. Oh, I think we got a crash. I saw cars together there. We do have a crash. Cheeseman in the wall. Yellow is out. Whitman might get that lap back. They're just bouncing off each other here. And Cheeseman kind of sent himself. He sent Polson, but also sent himself. And Bontempi's in the pits. Whitman's going to get the lap back. And we're under caution to shy halfway. Bontempi skirts out of the pits just ahead of the leader. they're not giving that spot to 58. He's going to have to go to the end of the line from the looks of it. So yet another caution. And we're going to see some pit stops here, but I think Calvo might stay out. Scott Drake just ran the stop sign at the end of pit road. Uh-huh. Well, this could get goofy. They weren't displaying the stop they were supposed to be. I don't know how that's going to sort out. And we got one blowing up under caution. I think that might be the 79 blowing up. Everybody else just pitted anyway, so I think we're going to get sorted out here. Now they're giving the lead to Kevin? Kevin didn't run the stop sign, I guess. But Drake did. Scott Drake getting an end of the line penalty for running a stop sign. That's controversial. And who just blew up? I think it was the 79. Let's find the 79. I think he's out of the race. 79's out of the race. Yep, it was 79 blowing up. So we're going to get double up, completely new running order. Leader Kevin Corbett, Patrick Calgo in second, then Jared Mogard, Jackson Vatcher, Frank Womack, Adam Beresford, Mark Guthrie, Ronaldo, Scott Bernard, Person, and Tommy Davis. I think the 58 needs to be parked. I don't think they're getting that car sorted out. Pace cars in. Green, green, green. We're still shy of halfway. Is holding people up. Scott Drake coming into the pits. They're now reporting a loose wheel on that car. That is not ideal. And Mogard diving in. Patrick Calgo coming in. I don't know what's happening here. This is AI racing, I guess. Let's move some new cars in the top 10. Scott Deutsch, Connor Germain up into the top 10. Jeez Louise, what is this running order? Watch Kevin put them all a lap down that just pitted. Beresford up to second, but he's got a fight going on back here. We are past halfway. And we've got a car on the wall in turn one. Crash, turn one. Stefan Harding has finally gotten what he had coming. I think JT's going to jack him up and turn him around. Gets him up off the corner. Bounces off of Whitman, goes around in the middle of the track. Oh, Mike Carroll gets a piece of that. But Stefan was driving like a knob, so I'm not surprised that would happen. The way he was driving, it was only a matter of time before somebody wiped him out. It's yellow flag action. Alright, doubling up for the restart. Running order. Corbett, Beresford, Guthrie, Vatcher, Frank Womack, Deutsch, Germain, Stephen Lowe, Scott, and Armstrong, the top 10 now. Looks like there are 29 cars now running. 20 of them are on the lead lap. Green, green, green. Good start for Kevin, gets clear. Oh, caution on the speedway. I think we've had an incident turn through. Looks like everybody's gotten it pointed straight again. Incident down the back. Guys, are you really trying to go 4 wide at South Boston? They tried for it. It didn't work. Van Buren gets turned to the inside wall. A little bit of contact with the 86. Everybody gets it pointed straight again and continues, but like, that was just very silly. The one button there. Kevin, be careful here. Don't plow into all these slow cars that are trying to sort out and get around the pace car. There they go. Just because it's an opportunity to try to put some of them more laps down doesn't mean you should do it. Alright, setting up for another restart. Running order: Corbett, Beresford, Guthrie, Vatcher, Frank Womack, Scott Deutsch, Ronaldo Scott, Bernard Person, Connor Germain, and Stephen Lowe, your top 10. Going to be 30 laps or so shy of 2/3 distance on this restart. Cowgill fighting hard, trying to get a lap back here. Might just do it. I don't really see a ton of reason for Kevin to fight this if he thinks Cowgill can run about the same pace as he. But with Beresford fighting Mark Huron back there, he's got a moment, but now that Beresford's clear, he is going to need to get the bumper. Beresford might capitalize on this and take the lead away from him. Come on, Kevin, just let him go. Or at the very least, drop him behind him and try to cross him over. Still not dropping in. Still trying to make the outside work. Kevin, I don't think there's anything in this. You've let Beresford get right to the bumper now. Beresford smells a chance at the lead. Kevin slides up. Beresford sticks the nose in. Side by side for the lead. Here comes Adam Beresford. Dead heat at the line. They gave that lap to Corbett. I don't think he'll get the next one. Yeah, maybe I'll hold him off another lap. Contact back there. Kevin gets clear. So Kevin takes the lead back. Now gets to work on trying to stretch out here and get away. Currently 20 cars on the lead lap. Cowgill has got himself to one lap down. Caution let him around the field at least. Got 29 cars running with the 40 that started. Mike Carroll back on the lead lap and now back into the top 10. Been a hell of a recovery drive so far from that team. And it hasn't been without incident. Guthrie trying to get around the lap car of Mogard. Mogard lost the lap, pitting at a bad time. Mike up to 8th. He's slicing his way through these guys. Deutsch going to be his next car to pass, for position anyway. And Shadle on scheduled pit stop. Car was already a few laps down. He's now going to be even more. What's it going to take for him to get around the 16? Both cars a little bit of rear end damage. Nothing that should be too hindering here. Most of the cars in this field have a little bit of damage here and there. It is short track racing after all. Mike gets the door open here, going to stick his foot in it. Can't get the run off the corner, but can you jam it in here into 3? You got Deutsch thinking. Just not quite close enough to make the move yet. Gonna regroup, see what he can come up with here. Tries for the high side, trying to get a run. Just loses ground doing that. Whitman closing behind. Whitman up into the top 10 now. As is Ken Joint. Ken has recovered a number of laps as well. A couple of cars with good recovery drives thus far. So we're nearing the final third. Not really making any headway now. A lot of traffic here though. Guthrie going for second, has passed Beresford in traffic. Kevin's caught some lap traffic himself. Trying to cut his way through. 3 wide down the front, 3 wide back here too. Kevin pinched all the way to the bottom. Ron Stout finally lifts. Kevin's going to try to get back around Cowgill. I really don't know that that's worth his time, but he caught him, so he might as well try to pass him. Captain Guthrie coming down a bit. 86 slow down the front stretch. Don't know what happened to OBS there for a second. You didn't miss anything. Rain's in the pits. Kevin has caught the back of Stefan Harding. Needs to get around him. Oh, Kevin, don't kill yourself. Harding has been a difficult car to pass all day. Kevin looks to the inside here. It's closed up. Top 3 will soon be under a blanket at this rate. Beresford trying to get back around Guthrie. He's going to try to use Stefan as a pick. I don't know if that worked. Stefan checks him up on corner exit, but now he has successfully used him as a pick. Moved himself up into second. The final 100 laps. Frank now right there in the battle for second. Cowgill's hit some traffic up there. It's checking him up. Kevin's closing on him again. That 23 is still a lead lap car. Running, it looks like. Maybe still 29. I didn't see the 73 came back out. Looks like he did. 19 cars on the lead lap. Cowgill is working hard on Brian Lowe, trying to get around him. Brian Lowe doesn't really want to give up the groove. It'll speed up his getting lapped. He doesn't want to get lapped. Kevin can see what's happening in front of him, and he really would like to see Patrick get around him to make it a little bit easier on himself. Cowgill's just right there on the bumper. He's a lap or two from just dumping this car, isn't he? And when Kevin gets there, he might not have a choice. There we go. Patrick gets to the inside of Brian. That's what Kevin wants to see. If Kevin can catch him before they get clear, it makes his pass much easier. Catch him before they Cowgill's at least out of the way. 57's a little slow up ahead here. Kevin's caught Brian. Brian gives him a big block into turn 1. Kevin's not going to be happy about that. Right there on the bumper. Trying to bully him out of the way. Brian Lowe doesn't want to lose a lap. He's going to close it up for the lead. He's going to let them all close up on Kevin. 57 is coming back to these guys too. Kevin trying to make an opening here. It's going to be a lot of lap traffic if we stay green. Carroll's got past Scott Deutsch up to P7 now. Kevin trying some different grooves. I don't think it's working. Contact up ahead of there, that looked like it was trying to be a wreck. And it was. Ron Stout's in the wall. Caution's out. Well, that's going to save Brian. That's why he was fighting. Yeah, I think Ken's going to clip him here. Shoot him down the track. Bounces off of Vatcher. Pounds the wall up on 2 wheels. And goes around. That'll save a couple from going down a lap. Pit road open, I guess, and in come the leaders. Kirsten coming back to take the yellow. Frank was in on a green flag pit stop. That's unfortunate, but this will save him from going 2 down. Under this caution, I think we'll get a bonus points instead of 32 for a lap led. Look at that. Kevin down and away. Frank might even get a wave around here. Around for Frank Womack. All right, running order. Kevin Corbett, Adam Beresford, Mark Guthrie, Ronaldo Scott, Mike Carroll, Bernard Person, Broderick Whitman, Scott Deutsch, Stephen Lowe, and JT Armstrong are the top 10. is Frank? Frank's at the back field. I kind of want to watch him try to drive through this field. So Frank is 19th. Maybe 18th now. He's past the 23. Passing the 59. So he's going to collect the field here. Frank needs to just be putting together good point stays to kind of maintain his gap in the point standings. Like, yeah, he's going to lose some points here, but can't throw it away. Ooh, contact there ahead of him. They're getting feisty ahead. Frank's now up to 14th, just charging through these guys. 3 wide down the front. He wants to get out of this gaggle of much slower cars and be free to kind of chase the guys that he needs to be racing. He's going to be in the top 10 here in a moment. Proving a detriment to him. May have stalled out here with having to try to figure out a way around the 86. 78 is going to try him on the outside. Stefan Harding up there looking like a cork in the bottle, so they put him 3 wide. And now Frank getting put in a bad spot here. Mogart going to his inside. Kevin by 2 seconds. Frank gonna have a look at Tommy now. Frank up into the 12th spot. Now's got the distance to cover before you can get to anybody for position. Mike Carroll, though, has gone around Bernard Person into the 5th spot, trying to complete the pass for good. Just about got him clear now. Bernard trying to hold on to that outside because that's all he's getting, but that fight's done. Kevin's lost some time here with some traffic. Still leads as we near 50 to go. A lap car ahead of him to worry about. Aaron Cummings is right here, really hoping to try to get his lap back. Got 19 on the lead lap. we've got a caution on the speedway. Cummings is going to get that lap. What has brought out the caution? Okay, Mike Carroll's had enough of Joe Poulsen and sent him into the crossover gate with Bernard Persson. That's the thing that's happened. The 71 was in the pits. Interesting turn of events, that. So just inside 50 to go, we're under caution once again. Alright, for the restart, running order: Corbett, Beresford, Guthrie, Scott, Carroll, Whitman, Stephen Lowe, Deutsch, Joint, and Armstrong for the top 10. There are now 20 cars on the lead lap. Frank Womack is in 11th. Pace car going to come in. Can Kevin hold on to this? We are going to go green again. Green, green, green. Kevin clears the 22 into turn 1. Beresford needs to clear him here into 3. He does not. Clears him now. A lot of these lap cars are quite slow now. And Frank Womack, loose wheel coming in. There goes that recovery drive. At least I think that's what we're getting from the pits. We'll have to check with our pit reporter, but it certainly looked like they hit it with a wrench and then send him on his way. That's unfortunate. That's going to send Frank all the way back to 23rd. Just needs to keep clawing. Maybe he can get some of this back. There's still a decent distance left, although we're inside 40 to go. Oh, Cowgill in the fence down the front. And we're all checked up, and bunch of cars going. Oh, bunch of cars went around there. That caution should have been out ages before. We saw Cowgill in the fence, and I think they all checked up trying not to be in a crash, and, well, that caused a crash, shockingly. Oh, Mike Carroll was the start of that. What happened here? Mogart, I think, gets to his bumper here. Yeah, Mogart hooks him. Slams him into the inside wall. As he comes back up, he collects Cowgill, puts Cowgill up into the wall. Official is holding the flag here, thinking, do we need a yellow, do we need a yellow, do we need a yellow? Everybody checks up here, because I think we also had a car dive to the pits. Yeah, Carroll was just slow on the apron, and then around everybody starts going. Cowgill hard into the wall. Ken Joint collects him. Deutsch is in it. Guthrie and Mike Carroll went to the pit lane with damage from that. Wow. What a absolute brouhaha on the back straightaway that led to. Whoops, wrong button. I hope nobody saw the running order there. What lap were we on when that happened? Is this... No, this is... I know how we'll find where we were in the replay. We were past this point, yes? Oh yeah, no, I'm way off. I'm just thinking there was 40 to go. There we are. Okay. So there's the incident again. So used to doing the races live that I briefly jumped to the end of the replay, and I didn't look, but I'm sure some of you probably saw who won the race when I did that. That's a shame. They're still spinning cars around on the back straightaway trying to get going. Got engine smoke off of somebody. Connor, what are you doing? Connor slams in the back of Kevin. Well, now Kevin's got short track damage on the back end. And Mike Carroll's going to go a number of laps down from the looks of it. Wave around's going to go to the 15. He's going to put 20 on the lead lap again, I believe. I think we're beyond the point where anybody's going to want to pit. And we're actually down to 18 on the lead lap with Carroll and Bernard losing laps. Brings Frank back into the top 20. Like I said, that 48 team, you just keep scrapping, just try to stay out of anything stupid and minimize your mistakes. The team costing Frank all sorts of shit today. So he could easily be up in the top 10. Probably be winning this race even. And he needed a good race here where he can shine, because next week at Talladega, who knows what will happen. That is a race where you can have the best car in the world and be crashed out early. You can have the worst car in the world and win. I guess we don't have to sit through this whole caution, do we? Alright, we're going to get doubled up running order. Corbett, Beresford, Guthrie, Scott, Whitman, Stephen Lowe, Joint, Brian Lowe. Wow, Brian Lowe up at 8th with an absolutely destroyed car. Van Buren and Vatcher are the top 10. That is an interesting running order. I would not have predicted that. Just outside of 30 to go. Pace car's going to come in. Green, green, green. Kevin once again clears the 22. Beresford does not. Beresford gets clear of him. Well, not quite. It's very close to getting clear. Yeah, the 22 is clearly down on power after one of those incidents, and he's just trying to make the finish here. If you get passed like that down the straightaway at South Boston, you know you're down on power. And Gunk unscheduled pit stop. Frank Womack, door-to-door, 3 wide, forcing his way through. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Caution out on the speedway again. We've had a crash on the front stretch. Shadle's got turned around. The 33's kind of caught him here off the corner. Clips the 3. Everybody kind of gets away with this one. A little bit of contact, but nothing too severe for anybody in that. But once again, another caution. I think Kevin would have been happy to see this keep going under green, but that should be a wave around for Joe Polson. Joe, that was not how you take a wave around. So Polson takes the wave around. The inside 25 to go now. Order for the restart: Corbett, Beresford, Guthrie. That sounds familiar. Scott, Whitman, Stephen Lowe, Lawrence Van Buren, Kent Joint, Brian Lowe, and Jackson Batcher. 22 is no longer the first car on the inside line, so that might help or might make things worse. We'll see. just outside 20 to go here at the green. Pace cars in. Green, green, green. Kevin immediately clears reins. But Beresford going to struggle a little bit more with reins. Reins gets himself clear. Beresford's still trying it. On the high side. Kevin loving what he sees in the mirror. Reins holding up Beresford. Ron Stout now going to hold basically everybody up. Inside 20 to go now. Reins is 2 down. Like, I don't see the gain in this fight for him, but Frank desperately wants a yellow. That'll be a wave around for him if he can get a yellow here quickly. So Cowgill can't pass him. Ronaldo Scott making a move for third. Kevin trying to check out at the front here. Frank Womack closing in on this battle for second. He's not part of this battle though. 5th place is Van Buren. He's going to have pressure coming behind him here in a moment. Ronaldo Scott looking for second. Kevin trying to cruise away here. Ronaldo Scott going to take the second spot here? No, not quite, but it's close. Van Buren trying to close on this fight. He's got some distance to cover. Ronaldo Scott up to second. Kevin, huge gap now, looking to cruise. And Womack gonna try to pass for no reason, but gonna open the door for Guthrie to try to move back into third. 10 to go. Battle here for 6th. Whitman wants it. Not close enough to do anything at the moment. Kevin trying to check out. Has a little bit of lap traffic to deal with ahead of him now. Kevin in his own postcode now, and in a couple of laps, the yellow would end the race. Looking to cruise, nobody getting around Reins back there. Just needs not to do anything dumb in traffic here, and I think he's going to get it 6 laps to go. He's caught Shadle. Doesn't really need to pass him, I don't think, but he'd like to not be stuck behind him in case something happens. 5 laps to go, 4 to go this time at the line. He's caught behind him, he's losing time now, but not very quickly. Looks to the inside. Should make this pass quite handily. It's going to be 2 to go next time around. Kevin clears Shadle. Nothing more for him to worry about other than a random mechanical failure. 2 to go. White flag this time at the line. Kevin is looking to steal a win here at South Boston. One more time around the speedway, down the backstretch for the final time. Through 3 and 4, he could coast from here if the motor goes. I think he's still got it. Kevin Corbett is going to win at South Boston. Ronaldo Scott going to bring him second. Then Beresford, Guthrie, Van Buren, Stephen Loeb, Roger Whitman, Ken Joint, Tommy Davis. Oh, who was 10th? Was it Batcher? Nope, Batcher lost that spot to Mogart on the line. Then Armstrong, Jermaine, York, Deutsch, Cummings, Brian Lowe, Joe Polson, Frank Womack first, 1 lap down. Why did the 15 leave his pit? Patrick Cowgill in 20th. Mark Guthrie, 21st. Rains in 22nd. Then Gunk, Harding. 3 laps down, Mark Huron. 5 down, Ron Stout. 6, Shadle. Out of the race, Bernard Person, 28th. 29th and out of the race, Scott Drake. 30th and out of the race with an engine failure, Philip Parker. 31st, John Cheeseman. Bontempi in 32nd. Then Stephen Davis, who had a really good car, probably should have won this thing. Ramondre Diggs, Doug Spark, Molitor Hill, Jim Fitzmaurice, Brendan Cruz-Montseves, Raybo Womack, and Dave Daniels to round out the running order. Let us see what that has done to our points standings. Oh, excuse me. After 30 races with 6 to go, Frank Womack leads now by 52 over Guthrie. Calgill back to 3rd. Kevin Corbett climbs up to 4th. Heading out Mike Carroll. Kevin is... These top 5 are all in with a good chance, all within 180 points. Mark Huron in 6. Ken Joint passes Cummings. Ronaldo Scott picks up 2 spots. Roger Whitman picks up 2 spots. Jared Mogard picks up a spot. Jackson Vetcher moves off the bubble. Scott Drake now on the bubble, only 10 points ahead of Tommy Davis. John Cheeseman passes Ramaswamy. Stephen Lowe picks up a couple of spots. Polson and Stout up. Armstrong up. Zeller drops 3. Connor Germain picks up a few. Jack Painter drops 3 of them. Fitzmaurice swaps places with David Baldinger. Larry Van Buren, great finish for him, picks up 3 spots in the standings. Shadle picks up 2. Comas and Ibushi drop 2. Molitor Hill picks up 2 over Ortiz. And, well, a guy who we tragically lost earlier in the season. Can I look at this? Is the schedule going to be updated? So, yes, we've got... Oh, yeah, there's an Atlanta race. Okay, I was right. So, Talladega next week. Super Speedway. Who knows what will happen there. Then we've got the Roval, Atlanta, another Super Speedway. Southern National, last short track of the season. Phoenix, and Homestead to wrap up the season. Kevin's been on a tear recently. He's won 2 races in the last 3. Trying to work his way up those point standings. What's he sitting at? Kevin's sitting at 3 wins for the season. 3 did he win? So he's won South Boston, Vegas, and where else did he win? Oh, right, he won Talladega in the spring. So looking for another good finish from that team. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you for Talladega next week.